Hey guys, it's Nenna and welcome back to my channel. So you might be surprised to see that I'm doing another world building video. I am actually starting over. If you have seen my last video, the one about me creating a character for our world, I decided to restart again. And I'm getting a little tired of myself, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm guessing you guys might be getting a little tired of me as well. I don't necessarily think that the world that I had was bad, but I think I could do better. And when I started to think about the world and really thought it through, what do I want to do? How do I want to do it? What do I need in order to do what I, want to do? I kind of realized that the project was a little too big. When I started this project, I said to myself, I'm going to make the world a lot smaller, because if I make it smaller, it's going to be done faster, it's going to run faster, it'll be less heavy to render. If I made it smaller, I think it would be easier to run on lower end computers as well. That's basically what I'm trying to say here, just in a very difficult way. But when do I not make things difficult? Like, really? I don't think I made it that much smaller. At least the lot size is exactly the same, like the world size. I do, however, think that because there is more water and less ground, less road, that it would be easier to load. I'm not exactly sure. I might still have exactly the same thing, well, it wasn't really a problem, but it might still be a lot heavier to run. That being said, now that I'm thinking about it, aren't all the worlds the same base size? Maybe they're not. I'm not sure. Let me know, guys. Are they the same size? Am I remembering it wrong? Am I just getting confused for no reason? I don't know. I suddenly wonder and have my doubts. Either way, I added more water this time and less road, and I actually had a vision, which I didn't have last time. I was just doing whatever. This world is still going to be called Nay. It's still going to be up for download once it's done, but hopefully, fingers crossed, Nenna, don't do this again. This is the final time we go into SimCity and we build a world from scratch. This is the last time. I gotta promise myself this. It's been a while since we've done one of these episodes, and I have something really exciting to share with you. It's not about Sims, but I hope you're still really interested, or at least, well, I suppose if you're not interested, you don't want to watch the rest of the video. Okay, I have never told you guys. I don't actually, hold up. Maybe I have. I don't remember. So maybe there's a video where I talk about a friend that I had that I no longer have, or had. I had a friend, and I had known this friend for, I would say, about 1 or 2 years, but I don't exactly remember. But she was one of my bestest friends, and we met at a time where both of us were kind of struggling, and we met on Tumblr, hit it off, and I feel like we were besties. But things didn't really go that well, and we kind of ended things in a very bad way. Well, she, in this case, she blocked me, and I kind of asked for it. I think we were both not that mature, and we weren't able to help each other because we both needed helping, and she needed to do that for herself, so she blocked me. I was very upset. It's been many years, but I remember for many years feeling very upset, and I knew that she had to do this. I understood, but at the same time, I felt like I'd lost a part of me, and I was like super upset about it. Eventually, I wouldn't say forgot, but it felt less painful to think about it, and I wasn't really able to give it a place because because she blocked me, and I never really had the chance to really say goodbye. And for many years, it was just such a it was like a thorn in my thumb. It was like this thorn that was stuck in there for years. Like, I could just never get it out. For many years, I was wondering whether or not she ever thought about me, if she missed me, if she was happy with her decision. I tried to contact her many times, but she did, block me with the intention of never speaking to me again. Now, as you guys know, I have a Tumblr, and I have two actually. I have my personal one, and then I have one where I, repost and stuff, and she blocked me on the personal one. I was on my Sims Tumblr, and I thought about her for some reason. I just did, and I kind of said to my boyfriend, I think I'm gonna write her, and I know it sounds stupid, but I'm going to do this. I don't know, I miss her. Like I don't know, I could never really get closure, because not only did I feel sorry, I never really had a chance to apologize for what I've done. Couldn't express my regret for what I've done, and it really bothered me that I never had a chance to properly say that I was sorry, and also never properly had a chance to say goodbye. So I thought if I wrote her on my Sims account, she might actually reply, and she actually did. I wrote her like the most soppy apology, cringy letter, right? I wrote her that I was sorry and that I really missed her and that I understood like many things, but the whole point of it was to get closure. So I wrote about how I didn't want to undermine what she tried to do by blocking me. So I was only going to send her like one message, and this was the message. I was going to, apologize and say how I felt and not make excuses. I felt like that was really important. Not say that this is the reason why I did this, and I owned up to it, and I said why I messed up and how I felt about it. And I got a reply back, and it turned out that she actually did miss me. And I was like, really? Me? I was so surprised. Every time someone says to me like they missed me, I'm like, I get a bit of a high. I don't know. I don't know. I feel so happy when people say they miss me. She thought about me and everything else. I was like, yes. Oh, I was so happy. And then she said to me that she would understand if I found my closure and if I would never talk to her again, but that if I wanted to, talk some more, we could. And I basically sent her my number, and then we were talking. And I have never been so happy. Well, I have been happy for many other reasons, but this year, this is one of the best things that's happened to me. And I'm just like, Now, on to the even better news. So, as you guys might know, if you're not from here, you won't, but I love drawing. If my drawing was as successful as Sims, I would probably prioritize my drawing over Sims. But since Sims is a bit more, successful, I guess I tend to prioritize this. I love drawing, but ever since, everything happened in my life, basically, I have been slacking on drawing. And not to mention that this year, after what happened to Grandpa, I completely stopped drawing. I completely stopped doing a lot of things, but like drawing was like one of those things that I stopped doing. My friend remembered that I still do drawing, and she works as a speech pathologist. She actually said to me, you know what? We should start a business together, as like a joke, I think. I mean, I think I meant it as a joke at first. I'm not sure if she did, but I don't think it was like a serious business talk at first. I think it was just like, yeah, we should do a business together. And I'll be like, yeah, that kind of dumb talk. And we started talking about it more and more and more, and really putting some thought into it. And then we actually decided to start some business together. So I don't know if it's going to work out, but this is like brand new. So let's just say this is still like it's like a fetus. It's in fetus mode, right? We just have this idea. It's planted. It's it's growing, but it hasn't been born yet. For it to be born, we do need to do some more things. But the whole point of this is I mean, that is a correct sentence, though it sounds a bit weird. But the whole point of it is to create something that she can use for her job. And it is a bit, I would see it's like a hole in the market. It's something that hasn't been done very much. Obviously, there's better terms for it, I'm pretty sure, but I don't have, that long. So we're just going to explain it like super, super simple. But she works with kids, and she uses those cards, and they're kind of all the same and kind of boring. And we decided that we're going to try and create our own children's line, and she's gonna come up with the ideas and I'm gonna have to draw them, which is such an honor. Like, hello. If this works, this is like my first ever project and business idea, I suppose, but it doesn't really feel like a business, right? It doesn't really feel like a business-ish related anything yet. I think because it's just such in a fetus state that it doesn't really feel real, but it's definitely a project, and being able to draw something that we're hoping to put on the market is just ridiculous to think of, but also so excited. And I feel like because of that, because of her, I got a bit of that spark back. So I'm just so excited, and I wanted to kind of open up my own business again. I call it a business, but since I'm self-employed, if I can call it like that, with art, it is a self-employment. I'm not working for someone, I work for myself. If I don't bring out content, I don't get money. I've been wanting to kind of, rebrand myself, and I wanted to start doing more drawings, and I wanted to start selling them and make a bit more of a passive income, because I could really use that right now. Just something that comes in without having to constantly put out new content. Just happened to come in my path, and I'm like, wow, it's all connected, and I can all make it work, and perhaps I can get back into this art thing. And it just gets me really excited that I might finally have a bit of this drive back, and I actually have a plan for my content. Like, this is seriously none of this is Sims related, but it's just so nice to have something to look forward to and to work towards with art, especially because of all the things I just talked about, because I haven't felt the passion for it anymore after everything that happened. And before everything happened, I already lost some of that passion just because life, and I just can't even express how excited this makes me. But I'm just so excited. Art has always been the thing that I love the most, but I neglect the most as well. I don't know why I do it, but I do it. I'm so excited. Right now, I'm still designing my website, and then I need to do a few drawings and just really, get some of the samples up, and then start creating the samples and the passive income bits. Whatever I do could turn out to be either completely what we're looking for, or not what we're looking for, but either way, it's going to be, it's one step closer to creating whatever it is that we're looking for. And I'm just really excited that I get to do that. Like, I get to actually draw these. It just feels a bit unreal that someone wanted to do business with me. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it feels a bit unreal. Then we're at the end of the video. Just realized that this recording program has the option to draw on the screen. I wish I had that when I was building the world, because I wanted to show you my idea, but I couldn't because I had no brush. And then I literally figure out this program has a brush as soon as I'm done. Oh my god. But at the end of this, what I'm going to do, well, it's already the end, but I mean, after, okay, you know what, none of this makes sense. We're just gonna pretend like I started the sentence differently, or I ended it, and we're just moving on. I will go ahead and fix some of the things that I don't like before starting the next episode. I just need to bring down some of those pointy mountains, and then I also need to kind of fix a few things here and there that I don't like. But other than that, this is going to be the layout, and I swear I'm not gonna no, I cannot swear because I know I'm gonna break my swear, and I don't want to swear on anything. But I just hope, cross my fingers, this is the last time that this happens. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll hopefully see you guys all in the next part. Bye.